What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36. And this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by MFTKFoundation.com. Make sure it's still up. I think it's up. MFTKFoundation.com is the go-to website for all things with the Mentors for the Kids Foundation. We would discuss a lot of the bigger things that we have going on with the foundation coming up soon. Make sure it's there. I know it was down. Yeah, it's up. If you want to leave a donation, please, go there. Do all your different things as we move toward turkey drives. The goal is to do a turkey drive. We want to do gifts for good grades as well again this year. All kinds of different good things we do, as well as the 7-on-7 things with that nature. We got a good show coming up. It's going to be moving pretty quick. Also tonight, I'm going to be on a Jags podcast. What's the name of it? I'm starting to do more Jags coverage. Also, we had some FSU coverage with Mark Rogers, voice of college football. We did that. Try to remember the name of the pod. I'm gonna be on the Jungle Beat podcast. I think that's the one, either that one or the Prowler Hour. I don't know which one, but I'm going to be on one of those tonight. But the show's gonna be quick because I have something I have to go to, as well as yell at my son consistently, because I am the parent with that focuses on grades. He was AB honor roll. You know how you can be proud of somebody and disappointed in them at the same time. It's a good accomplishment, but he had an 85 in English and an 88 in science. And the reason why is because it's homework. Like, how do you get a C in fucking homework in English? He had a D in progress learning, which he can consistently do over and over again. It's like some of the C's that he got, I just don't like. I don't like the C's because they're dumb C's. Like a C on a test, okay, you maybe didn't understand. You didn't understand the stuff, right? A C on homework, a C on progress learning, where you could take it like up to getting the 80%. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But he did learn in science the difference between X. Like, he got A, B, B, and then he got an A at the end, and then a C. That got him an 88. Like, come on, dog. I'm trying to teach him football is a game of inches. It's no different. It's a microcosm of society. Come on, son. But I gotta yell at him because we did take the trip to New Jersey last week for my grandma, and that just so happened to be the first week of the 9 weeks. And now he ain't doing great in them grades, man. We gotta get them grades right. Like, he got a 90 in art. Oh, I see why. Yeah, you just gotta stay on top of that shit, and they don't understand that. But anyways, we're gonna start our show off so that we can keep things moving. The way we start each and every show off with a good word of prayer.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great all the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God. Go.
What we got, Jaden?
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Big Games B.S. here on Wednesday, October 22nd. This is your first time at the show. Welcome. And if you're wondering why it is called Big Games B.S., that is because we bring the good, the bad, and the BS of the sports world, especially football, to your screens, eyes, and ears. Got a quick show today, so we're going to make sure to get through these topics for you guys, starting off with some MFTK promo. Then we have some NCAA talk, with FSU being the forefront of that conversation, while also highlighting some news regarding the Florida Gators football program. before getting into the NFL, got to talk about this very specific stat with the Jaguars that if you're a fan and you watch the games, you would definitely see why somebody would make this stat. And then we have a continuation of some of the topics we didn't get to touch on Monday's show with this past week slate of games. Then we have some new information as well coming from a lot of AFC teams. What it seems like, we're going to look at the stat leaders and the records for the teams in the NFL and finish off our show with our Big Games BS section, bringing the scope of the conversation outside the typical football world with our BS or Bussin' food segment. It isn't a video, just a picture, but we're going to get into that later. But let's start this thing off like we usually do with the MFTK Spartans middle school tryout flyer.
Yeah, man, we got some of the best. We got 3 of the best arms in the area almost confirmed. We got this nickname, Chicken Man. No clue why they call him Chicken Man, but I will say this: I am going to upload some of the videos once they start committing to come into the thing. Give them a little bit of hype. We have the quarterback from Yulee. He's got 2 last names. So I'm already confusion. And then we got a kid, Justice, who's a starting quarterback for Episcopal's varsity in 8th grade. So we got some really, really good heavy hitters going into that. We'll have some good skill players. The goal is to be able to come out of this with 3 teams selected. If we have enough kids and enough people who are willing to do it, parents that are bought in, we will do as many teams as are necessary. But as I tell everybody, there's going to be skin in the game. You got to be able to pay to play, and it doesn't we will take care of everything else if you pay your registration. They're gonna be fly, they're gonna be fit. Look at them uniforms right there. Them uniforms cleaner than a motherfucker. But our uniforms this year will be even sexier. So and we will be a battle. We're a tier 1 battle program. So we're getting our youth kickoff first, and then we will go and do our high school showcase coming in December.
Now we have some FSU news to discuss with the kickoff time against Wake Forest. So this is going to be our 8th game, and kickoff is going to be 7:30 p.m. That is p.m. Eastern time on Saturday, November 1st at FSU. We do have a bye week this week. Excuse me. We do have a game this week up and coming. Next week. I'm sorry. Next week. Got my days mixed up. Saturday, November 1st, 7:30 p.m. We do have a bye this week, so no game on TV. But
damn, I wish they were winning so we could have thrown a dope ass tailgate. 7:30 p.m. gives you a good opportunity to throw good tailgates. But because people don't want to come to the games, like we got a ton of we're gonna be giving, like, I got some sexy ticket giveaways. JD, you gonna be in town? You want to go to the game
for the Wake Forest game?
Yeah, I know it's a great game. Everybody wants to be at that one.
I probably won't. I probably won't go. So you can give it to somebody else.
Okay, all right, cool. So, I've got 4 seats in the varsity club. Varsity, so it's like tiers, right? You have Champions Club. Champions Club is dope. Varsity Club is for a lot of letter winners, but there is a skybox there. You get to eat food and whatnot. Somebody gave me the tickets to those. We have I have normal seats in Gym Pop. Oh, I thought we had Champions Club this year, so we don't have Champions Club for that. But the Virginia Tech game, I got some really good tickets as well. So we'll be giving away those things. We'll also be, if everybody remembers, the military family that was teachers that adopted a bunch of kids that were Knowles. I'm giving them tickets to this game. So it's going to be 9 tickets that I'm going to give to Olds. This is what I love about it, and what I love about doing what I do. Y'all might be tired and you might be fed up, and we're gonna leave Doak empty and blah blah blah. Like, no, that's the wrong way to go about it. Yeah, be mad at Mike and those boys for losing. There's a lot of people who have a lot of real shit going on in life, and you might not look at this game as an outlet, but they look at this game as an outlet, like to get away from the bullshit. And for 3.5 hours, they can go into an arena, be surrounded by a bunch of people who are cheering and watching the game, eat a hot dog, and they can get away from whatever the monotony or whatever the shit of life that's beating them up. So like I said, if you don't want to go to the games, I get it. If you have, but a lot of y'all weren't going to the games anyway because you didn't have fucking tickets. Give those tickets to me. I will make sure people get it. And I can promise you I'm not going to pawn them because there's no money in it right now. You can get tickets for like $25. You get it for $16. Like that's crab legs. That's crab leg money. Like it ain't like it is all that, man. Like I'm telling you the way when I learned from Stumpy Harris, who was the bull gator of all bull gators before he passed. He said he bought I want to say he had like 100 seats or something like that in the stadium. He was rich as all get out. Still wouldn't buy a suite or a skybox. He liked being able to sit in Gen Pop with the people, right? When they were firing Jim McElwain, he went to every game and he was involved in the process. He went there. He went to the AD, Scott Strickland, and said, "Hey, what's the cost? Make the decision. I got it covered." And then he went down, he sat down, he ate a fucking hot dog. You want to know what power is? That's power. You want to know how to influence the next great coach to come? Show up regardless. That's how you win recruits. These guys aren't any like Nebraska is going to always have a good environment because they've been sold out since before all of us could eat at the same lunch counter. Consecutive seasons. Regardless of who the coach is. That's how you prevent them from creating more luxury seats that everybody bitched about. That's to prevent them from doing a lot of the other different things. I will continue to support my alma mater, and I will always try to put butts in those seats. So if you don't want to go, let me know. I know some kids who want to go. At the end of the day, I'm still mad at the production. I still mad at the fucking bitch assness that I am seeing. And I will go out there and support my locals. So I'm gonna support the Jags and I'm gonna support my alma mater in the city that I'm from, as well as FAMU, because FAMU is about to probably have a coaching search here soon too. Actually, you want to know what's crazy? For FAMU's homecoming was sold out. They were selling tickets $100 a pop to get into FAMU's homecoming, and they stink. They had won one game up to that point. But I think they had 25,500 people at that game. So support, or if you don't support, you'll get it taken away from you. You'll get your opportunity to support when it's hot. Take it away from you.
It looks like the football players got a chance to see the new FSU Dunlap facility, James. Despite the season we are having, hopefully it will give these guys a battery in their back. We got a quick video, though, of a sneak peek of what the Dunlap facility looks like. There's been a lot of different posts and things of that nature, but this is a video that's been circulating online recently, and you can see right there, that's the practice field, and this is the indoor portion, if you will, as well. They also have a barber shop from what I've seen. They also have other great amenities as well. But yeah, James, the FSU Dunlap Center is coming along, and it looks like it is really, really almost done to being completely finished. But man, it looks nice from the videos and things I've seen on the internet. So, James, do you think this comes out of awkward timing with the record and then with the facility? Because it seems like we have been doing our job, but we're getting rewarded, quote unquote. So what are your thoughts about that and the new Dunlap facility right quick?
One, it was built already, so congratulations on them making it faster. I wish it would have been done before the season started. We could have capitalized a lot more on this momentum, but is nice. Part of me wants to be like, hey man, I'm gonna let y'all look at it, and I ain't letting y'all move in until y'all act right. Like, bro, like you don't deserve this shit. Like, Like angry podcaster, former alumni, angry old man yelling at the moon, right? Moment here. When they got the indoor practice facility, I was so fucking mad because they were sucking at that point. I'm low key jealous, even though it's 20 years ago. Like I just feel like I should have a locker there now. Like we deserved it. We were good, but I don't believe like the stuff that these young whippersnappers get. Maybe that's the old woman in me. I mean, the old black woman, my grandmother, like age. I told you about the story. My grandmother, you guys are so spoiled. I got an orange for Christmas. Like, god damn, grandma, how poor were y'all? Got a fucking orange? Like, an orange ain't cool at all. Like, you deserve more than an orange for Christmas. But that's how I feel. Like I deserve that. In a barbershop. So, like with the barbershop, do I get to call my personal barber or like who cleans the? I don't even know why a barbershop is cool. They probably got one of them hippity hop rooms in there too. Yo, Stanford did lose the whole. Fuck Charles. That makes it worse. Damn it. Yeah, you lost to Stanford. Get y'all dumbasses out of here. Go get smart, and then we'll let y'all into it. Jokes. It was a nice looking facility. Kalen DeLoach has his picture on the linebacker room wall. So with the likes of Derek Brooks, that's a hell of an honor. It's a lot, but shout out to nephew.
It looks like someone won't be wearing orange anytime soon, and that is Marcus Freeman. So, with the Florida Gators recently firing Billy Napier, a lot of coaches were in that head coaching mix, and Marcus Freeman's name popped up along with the likes of James Franklin and some other coaches as well. But according to Gator season, per Nanduri NFL, Florida's preferred candidate was Marcus Freeman, and Freeman immediately said no. So, man, I should be no surprise for anybody. He seems to like Notre Dame, went to the championship last year, lost in the championship to Ohio State. This year, not really the same amount of success, but still ranked nonetheless. And James, we have some news from DJ Lagway because Florida QB DJ Lagway on his future after the Billy Napier firing, and he said, quote, "I'm a Florida Gator, man," unquote. So it looks like Lagway is sticking to the program no matter who that next coach is going to be, even if it's not going to be Marcus Freeman. Is this facts or cap, James, with DJ Lagway's response?
I'm where I'm at. I'm where my feet are, is what that statement is. Same statement as Mike Alford made with Coach Norvell. You evaluate you evaluate all football decisions after the season. So kudos to Lagway for saying the right things. If they bring in a duck, they're not going to do it. I'll tell you this: he did not immediately say no. Marcus Freeman, going back to that. Y'all want some news, some nuggets? I'll give you quick nuggets on the Florida State things. Greg with Gator Bowl. We gonna put that Gator Bowl thing up today, Miles, or we gonna put it up tomorrow? Edit it or whatever. Okay. All right. All that shit gets talked back alley talk. We don't have audio? Oh yeah, somebody just put on the Twitter we don't have audio. I think that might be them. Florida's top, like he said no. He told them no yesterday morning. He's actually gonna stick around because in a couple, Ryan Day is going to the NFL as soon as his golden goose leaves. So that's one thing. And I think Marcus Freeman steps into that job before he would go to Florida. Also, look at the SEC's track record of black head coaches with white wives. They'll take a black coach in a heartbeat. Like, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Like, you could be a black coach with a black wife. You could be a black player with a white girlfriend. Get them pregnant. Get our daughters pregnant. But goddamn it, the last thing we're going to do is encourage it. I'm just joking. They want to win. One thing that's more it doesn't have a great history, but the one thing that's more that winning is the most American thing ever. But that would be a little bit much because Marcus got like 11 kids. Won't stay off this woman. But that woman's got that snapback. That vagina must be amazing. Like no, well, all disrespect is fuck Marcus Freeman, by the way, because how he did us at the Senior Bowl. Florida's going for Kiffin, Drinkwitz, Brent Key, James Franklin. Those are the guys that are in, from what I understand, and in that order. Those are the guys that they want to go get. If you ask me to do a FSU coaching hot board, even though our coach is still employed, and I wish nothing but the best for him. But James Franklin, this name sounds weird, right? But he is a Florida State alumni. Manuel Diaz, Alex Golish, Will Stein, Schumann, and there are boosters who would like Jimbo Fisher, but I don't think Mike Alford likes any of those guys. Excuse me, I don't think Mike Alford wants Jimbo. I apologize. But like that would be my stuff. Ginger Purse, War Chant Boards asking for Syracuse coach. I'm not bored. Bullshit. Hey, Jaden, if I send something to Miles, go to you have Instagram pulled up, right? Can you get it? Like, or do we have like if I send you something, can you pull it up on that? I am a big fan of Fran, don't wash my ass if I lose Brown. Fran is from Camden, New Jersey, which is right around the corner from where my people are from in Trenton. It's the slums. It's a grind. But we didn't like tag. like they didn't like brother, like Fred is like y'all don't like me. Like it I'll polish. People say I say the first thing on my mind, and that's far from the truth. I do not do that. I know I don't have enough bandwidth or bread to be able to fucking do that. Fran Brown will go to school. Oh, my bad. One thing that is funny. I want to say this. Miles, this is the books that they have these children reading. I think I might be wrong. They may be doing that. Not DEI shit. What's that? They may be teaching the kids because Kai read this book and it was vetted. Henry and Mudge and those sneaky crackers. Whoa, that is the. Fred Brown would be calling people sneaky crackers. If he came to Florida State, man. And I know like he's too hood, man. Like I love it though. But Fran Brown said this shit, and I'll just summarize it because I won't say it. But Fran Brown said and how he talks, his cadence is like real inward-ish. he's like, no, let me tell you, like, listen. I'm gonna tell the guy, you're gonna come play for me for 3 years. We're gonna make you some money. We're gonna do save. We're gonna get you some good play. And if you embody our values, you're gonna be a good man. Let me make you become a man. But if you're not gonna play, I'm gonna say, hey man, you're not gonna play here, dog. Like, but give me 3 years, like, but you're just not gonna play here. And it was so cold. Right, Londa, he sound like my cousins. Like one of my cousins, his name is David, but he tried to French it up, call himself Dave. He was sitting there talking like he was telling me about the 80s in Miami when he went down there for a little bit. And Dave went to he did some time. He did some time. He was like, but he was like, man, the cocaine, man. It was so pure. It was so good. was so much better than anything. And that's what it sounded like, man. Like, I would love for him. I would love to play for Fran Brown. I just don't see it working here at Florida State. Like, I'm just be honest with you. Like, I'm like y'all, I'm too spicy for people. Fran Brown gonna go out there and tell you exactly how you feel. And he's not winning enough right now. So, but like I wouldn't want that for my guy so he can get fired. But Fran Brown would be a fun hire for me. I'd like to have a drink with Fran Brown. Yeah, it'd be the interviews would be great. Yeah. Can you see what our sassy ass beat with Fran Brown? Boy, get out of here. Fran Brown, why won't you talk to us? Why are you excluding us from practice? Hey, man, get your bitch ass out of here, man. Fuck going on with you, man? Like, what the fuck wrong with you, man? You pissed sitting down? Like you said, like Fran Brown would say some shit like that and get them all in their feels. Like this soft ass, some of these sassy ass motherfuckers that be on the beat. Fran Brown would be that slap the shit out of one of them. Like he'll be like, man, I slapped the shit out of you. What the fuck? What kind of fucking question? How you gonna ask me? Fran, you ran the ball and there were 8 men in the box. Why would you do something like that? Fuck you mean you can't run into a loaded fucking box, man? What the fuck? You ever played motherfucking football, man? Get your pussy ass out of here, man. Pussy asshole. Like he'll say some shit like that. My bad, but let's go. But that's some coaching nuggets and tidbits and some of my opinions. We'll give more of those as the day goes.
Now we are at our NFL section for today, and we're starting off with the home team, per usual, the Jacksonville Jaguars. So for any of my Jags fans, you know one of the biggest flaws in our game this season has been the drops, and courtesy of Daniel Griffiths, we have this statistic for you guys. So the Jaguars rate 32nd in the NFL at converting, quote, catchable targets into catches, according to FTNF Fantasy. Brian Thomas Jr. ranks 83rd among 83 wide receivers, catching just 64.3% of his catchable targets.
Bro, Jaden, how old are you?
22.
Have you ever heard that stat before?
Never.
I'm 41. I've never heard a catchable target stat. Like, I don't like I don't even want to give this any more credence. What the fuck is a catchable target? That just means any target that hits your hands, you should catch it. That's the thought process. That's the old school thought process. But I also know who's throwing the ball. And listen, the biggest chink in the Jaguars' armor is also the only way we're going to win, and that's 16. We just need 16 to play better. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like, I'm not making up nerd. That's nerd shit. Like, I need that. What is that show? Like, get on away from me with that nerd talk. Go on now, get. It's this white dude. Like, he's on SNL the other day. He's fucking hilarious. I want to get that sound. Now, go on out of here. Get on. Like, he said, all I need is $2 million in a blowjob. Am I asking too much? But it's like, I guess they're like a Christian, like it's like behind the scenes of like a Christian group or something. The Righteous Gemstones, that's it. Go on now, get out here with that nerd talk. We need that. I gotta find it. I'm gonna send it to you, Miles. That's going when I see shit like that. Go on out of here with that nerd talk. Dumb shit. What other nuggets of wisdom do they want to give us to show that why the Jaguars have dropped 2 games in a row?
Well, this isn't about the Jaguars, but is going to be about another NFL team in Florida that is a part of the AFC. That is the Miami Dolphins. So, after Sunday's loss to the Browns of a score of 31-6, here's what Mike McDaniel had to say, or what he was trying to say in this post-game press conference. And it was not looking good for the head coach.
Damn, Josh Newberg.
There's a lot of guys that will have an important work week. because we're not. I mean, if you are negatively affecting the football team routinely, I don't have a choice but to, assess a different player, and I have to coach a lot better as well. So we're going to find out who and what we're made of.
I don't want him telling me we got to find out what we made of, because I don't know what there is not a. This is why I do believe certain statures have to be coaches. That is, I joke and call Mike a petite male. Mike McDaniel's a petite male, and I think Mike been drinking again. Mike, Mike, and I can't blame him. Mike, take us. If you're not, take us. Not Mike Norvell. I'm talking about Mike McDaniel, my quarterback. Go and take a sip, dog. Take a sip, bro. It's okay. Like you just need a little taste to take the edge off, because you looking rough, bro. Like, again, he another one of them non-bathing motherfuckers. Like, he was like, I'll be up there for 4 days and just having bathes and like blah, 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 blah. Like, dog, you ain't wash your head. I ain't interested in nothing that bad. Like, I don't love. That might be my problem. My problem is I don't love anything enough to do that. Like, yeah, Mike did play football. Mike has lost more weight, I think, and like he's like, Mike need to go back to, you know what? I know why Mike Norvell's losing. Going back. Hey, can we find a picture, a current pic of Mike to put up real quick? Mike Norvell. Mike McDaniel's losing because he didn't he stopped drinking. I don't believe in people who have vices that give them up tend to find another vice that's just as bad, just as controlling. I want to see what, because I want to make sure, because I think he's got the. Yeah, all right. Let's pull up one of these great. Yeah, Mike needs to go back to the goatee. It all like I'm like, can we find goatee Mike that look like it looked like he might have colored his beard a little bit? I mean, colored it a little bit. We need that right there, Arizona State Mike. We need that guy. Nah. Get the other one, the one to the left of that. Yeah, that right there. That's the winning Mike. That might go. Oh, we got one in Memphis. Go look at. Don't believe me? That picture right there, right there. He was that we wanted him. He was winning in Memphis. It's the one with the white. Like, look at the arms. My guy look like he's been. Look at the chest. Skin look like that's the. This is why they need to bring me back in more. I'm the guy. I could be the consultant, the look consultant. Mike, this clean shaven face. Don't let these pilgrims dictate white Mike. We need that. Like right now, you know, yeah, but Mike McDaniel don't have no hope. There is no hope for Mike McDaniel. But this is why he drinks.
Tua Tagovailoa has the most 2+ interception games in the NFL since 2022, according to Underdog, and he's done it 12 times. So looks like he's been seeing things on the field, and I don't know, but I'm sorry. I think that concussion's still getting into him, because why is his fingers crinkled up like that in his right?
Listen, bro. When you cripping, dog. You gotta. That's hilarious. It's fourth down. Fuck it, somebody's down there somewhere. Yo, my man. Hey, I just wanted to let you know, because you've always been very critical of me, and you said I hate this young man. Did you know since 2022 that Tua turn the ball over, has thrown 12 2+ interception games?
Hey, James. Different kind of hate right there, man.
I just noticed that. I just wanted to make sure you were aware that It's not me, it's you. Carson never threw that many interceptions until he went to Miami. And that it's that stadium.
Hey, first of all, y'all need to worry about being the ACC team when you talk football with me, man. So y'all be the ACC team. Then we can start talking about the NFL.
We finna be.
Y'all do that, man. Don't talk football with me, man.
We winning this week. I can promise you, Florida State's not going to lose.
45 in the morning, fucking me out too, man. It's over with down in Miami, man. We blowing it up, man.
All right, man. I'll holler at you.
All right, man.
I'm sorry, that's my boy Bernie. I had to get. He is so Miami. Yo, that's crazy. Malcolm X would still be alive if Tua was the shooter. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh, you. Hey man, I've never seen somebody get concussion and play better. Like that's the only person who's. And again, OG light skins when they did the thing. It was the guy from the bill. It was supposed to be you. What do you mean? It was supposed to be me. And then he knocked Tua ass out. Hey, imagine being dead and risen on the 3rd minute. Whatever happened to that dude to come out and kill somebody else on the football field. I'm sorry, man. Like you gotta laugh at darkness. Oh, Tua.
Jaden Daniels suffered a hamstring injury during the loss to the Dallas Cowboys in Sunday's game, and the MRI results revealed that Daniels' injury would not be a long-term issue, but still unclear for his status on Week 8. So, James, I want to know if this was out of pocket because Jaden Daniels' agent, a.k.a. his mom, posted this on Twitter saying, "I wish you would stop manifesting RG3 on my son. Words are powerful, and that's all that's talked about." 2 praying hands emoji and 4.3 million views later. Football greatest.
Blame her. I don't know what she did. Probably not her fault, but it just feels like we should blame her. Like, I don't know. Makes me feel better. But nah. Have you? Oh, there's another thing with the different comedians coming in and they do like the fake doctor stuff. And like he'll diagnose how they died. Like he says, yeah, this man right here, you can tell the way he's clenching his teeth. Like he died of somebody getting on his last nerve. Like they finally just broke it. They snapped it. They snapped his last nerve. Like, but he went in there. He said, you know, like this is the problem with Jaden Daniels. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's too old for this shit. One, you're too old to be having your mama wipe your ass, boy. I'm cool with momagers and mom agents. She all in the videos and chasing the hoes away. You have to have, you don't have, no, everybody doesn't need a hoe face. I think that's a dumb statement, but everybody has to know, like any guy in that level got to know what it's like to tell hoes no. And your mama can't tell all the hoes no. And then some of these hoes is too strong for your mama to scare away because your mama still look like she could be one of them young hoes. I'm not saying she's a hoe. I'm just saying her mama could get it. She probably like my age. Like she probably like mid-40s at worst. She need to be going out there acting like the mom from the game. Mama got to have a life too. Mom need to go get somebody beating her back in so that she can leave him alone and his hamstrings can heal. But he ain't got no dog in him. That's the biggest problem. He's too petite. Like if his mom was doing what she should be doing, like a lot of moms, go cook that boy some meals that could put some meat on his bones. Make him some neck bones and llamas. Make him some make him a chicken pot pie with biscuits from scratch. Make some shit that can like put some good girth on him, some size, and he wouldn't be getting hurt as much. And we wouldn't be calling him RG3. You know why RG3 really got hurt? RG3 went for a Nordic woman and not a Southern white woman. Like a lot of these ball players are getting. They're either getting a Southern white woman or a rich white woman that can afford to buy them the chef that could like to get them to Paul. If RG3 had him an old Paula Deen, because Paula Dean can cook. She might be racist as fuck, but she can cook. You need one of them good old Southern white women to help, like with they use seasonings. He went and got that. You see the track girl he got. You know she a Florida State alumni. We know she only uses paprika. Like you can't put paprika on everything. I don't even know where you put paprika on deviled eggs. I do know that. And at the top of potato salad. But like we need these boys to get massive. They're not drinking milk, they're drinking nut juice, and they're not eating properly. And it's fucking up the game. So, but also it's a sophomore jinx. Like the bitches done figured his ass out. Him, Jaden Daniels is stinking it up now. What's my boys? The Texans lost the other day, right?
Oh yeah. Stroud.
Yep. CJ Stroud is stinking it up. She said should have got a Candy Fisher, man. I don't know if Candy Fisher can cook, but I do know she a freak. And that's what fucked Jimbo head up. I'm telling ladies, this is what I'm telling you. It's not that cheating isn't what fucks a man's head up. Y'all weren't virgins when we met you. It's knowing what you're capable of doing. All that freaky, nasty shit that you did to us, that we know that you stopped doing, that you unlocked on some other nasty Negro. And also, nobody wants to know about a young black man splitting their old lady in two. White, black, Asian, angel, nobody wants that. And Taylor was beating Candy's walls in. And it fucked Jimbo's head up. And he know what Candy can do. And yeah, sorry, like that his heart couldn't take it.
We did not get a chance to talk about the historic comeback the Broncos made against the New York Giants. So this is a look at the score for you guys right here, courtesy of ESPN. The Broncos scored 33 points in the fourth quarter to come back versus the Giants. 3 lead changes in the final 2 minutes of the game. So the Giants went into the fourth quarter with a 19-0 lead against the Broncos in the Broncos' home territory. And you can see from the score progression right here, the Broncos ended up with a W somehow, some way. So let's break this down. So the Broncos' 33 fourth quarter points were the most points in the fourth quarter by any team that had been shut out in the first 3 quarters in NFL history. And this is an insane graphic. So Broncos scored 33 points in the fourth quarter and drive down the field to score a game-winning field goal with 33 seconds left after the Giants kicker missed the extra point. All on the day Demaryius Thomas entered the Ring of Fame. So
that's a wild meme. They ain't have to put that guy up there like that, man, in the clouds. Like that's wild, man. Like he came out as that man don't give a fuck about what's going on in heaven or wherever he's at. Right. About no damn Broncos. But nah, that was still cool. It was like 5 minutes. What's crazy is I think it was 5. They didn't just score all of those points in the fourth quarter. I think that's taken away from what actually happened. I think they scored damn near all those points with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fucking game. Like it's insane that happened. Like what happened to what happened to CTE gang? Skeetaboo and what's the white boy that everybody is hating on now because Jackson Dart. Like I like Jackson. They hate him because everybody still pretending that they want Shiloh to be their quarterback.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like people are just mad that Shiloh. He's like they're not looking at the fact that Jackson is playing some good fucking football and like they're looking at like look, it's swag. They call it swag when white guys do it, but when black guys do it, it's like this. I'm like, bitch, we got 16 colored quarterbacks in the NFL right now, a variety of different ones, swagged out, dripped out. Like, they just don't like Shadur. And that's okay. Like, it's annoying when you're not playing and you're not winning. It was the Eagles.
Yeah, out of here.
I had to hear it from my cousin Daryl. I still don't understand how all these dudes that grew up in Philly in the Trenton area like teams outside of the Eagles. My cousin Kenny loves the Cowboys, and my cousin Daryl loves the fucking Giants. Excuse me. I'm like, yo, y'all are backwards.
Let's take a look at the Sunday night football matchup between the Falcons and the 49ers that resulted in the 49ers getting a dub 10-20 against the Dirty Birds. So, courtesy of Next Gen Stats, we have the carry chart for CMC. So, CMC, aka Christian McCaffrey, gained 109 yards, third most of his career, and a touchdown on 15 runs between the tackles in the 49ers Week 7 win, generating plus 44 rushing yards over expected. He totaled 7 explosive runs, which are runs that are 10 plus yards on the night, tying his career high. He had 24 carries for 129 yards and 2 tutties as well. And so on the receiving tip for McCaffrey, he had 7 receptions for 72 yards as well. He actually led the San Francisco 49ers and he led the both teams in yards and in rushing yards and receiving yards. So he was definitely doing his thing out there for the squad. And yes, this is not a typo. George Kittle did not record a catch against the Falcons, but his impact was felt in the run game. We know he's a great blocker. So Kittle on the field, there was 28 carries, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 1.4 average yards before contact. And when he was off the field, they only got 6 carries for 12 yards and a negative 2.1 average yards before contact. So he's definitely a game changer out there. But let's talk about the quarterback of the 49ers, the backup quarterback, Mac Jones, because with the 49ers beating the Falcons on Sunday, QB Mac Jones unlocked a $400,000 incentive with his 4th win as a starter. Now that
Can
he's
we do something, Miles? Like, can you find the thing where I said Mac Jones was playing better than Trevor Lawrence? Like, we don't have to play it for now, just to put it on our social medias. And we can cut this reel or whatever. I like what you did with the Mike Offer. Was that you or I think that was you that did the Mike Offer one?
Yeah.
Like, we cut this right here. And in that statement that I made, I said Mac Jones won just as many games as Trevor Lawrence in a short amount of time, right? And the people were upset. They were just put it on the stories too, because I need to find it. I don't know which one it is. We put up quite a few reels since then. But you said Mac Jones has won 4 games as a starter, Jaden? And he's unlocked 400,000.
Now that he's reached the 4-win threshold, he gets $100,000 for each new W this season.
Mac Jones, let's go to the spot track. What is Mac Jones' salary? Just curious. Mac Jones' salary. $2.6 million. That's $3 million now. $3 million now. That's pretty good. That's or wait a minute, no, I might be wrong. It's 2.6 million, and he's probably got to get that might be in the incentives. So that might be the base salary of 1.17 million. Okay, so yeah, this is all part of 2.6 million is what he can get, right? He what's Trevor's salary? Spot Track is one of the greatest websites that you can go to, by the way, for these different things. Okay. So he hits us for a lot more later on, but he's a cap hit of 17 million, base of 2 million, 7.5, 7 million option. My bad. Scroll up a little bit more. The dead cap would be the number. I mean, my bad. Yeah. Get me out the way. How about that? I can't see. There we go. So I'll just say 17 million. He goes up exponentially. Holy shit, we need to get out of this shit. Like, do you see what Trevor makes? Like in 2029? Holy shit. Like, god damn, that's crazy. So overpaying my 15 million right now, is what it looks like. For the same production. Oh, this is gonna get said, and I'm gonna make people mad. And as I will state this: Trevor Lawrence has more talent in his pinky toenail than Mac Jones does. Mac Jones just knows how to win. And at the end of the day, the game is about winning. It's not about liking people or disliking people. It's about winning. Right now, Trevor makes my balls itch sometimes while watching them play. And now that I know it, we could imagine where that 15 million could have been spent. You know who doesn't have a low drop rate, and the Jags didn't have a lot of drops when they were quarterback? Mac Jones. It's amazing when you replace the quarterback, the drops just seem to magically disappear. I don't know. Coincidence. I get it.
Highlighting CMC some more. So CMC had more rushing yards than all others on both teams combined and led all players on both teams in receiving yards. We mentioned that earlier. And he also scored more points than the entire opposing team. So no other NFL player in the Super Bowl era has done all of that in the same game. So shout out to that man CMC. When he's healthy, he's definitely one of the top running backs in the league. So there's a doubleheader on Monday Night Football between the Bucks at the Lions and the Texans at the Seahawks. And this was such a sad post to add in the notes because Mike Evans has suffered a broken collarbone versus the Lions and is expected to miss most, if not all, of the remainder of the season. And Mike Evans' 1,000-yard receiving streak will end at 11 seasons, an NFL record to start a career and tied with Jerry Rice for the most ever. Evans is also in the final year of his contract, a difficult reality for one of the greats, according to Ari Merov. He was looking to break the Jerry Rice record of 11 consecutive seasons with 1,000 receiving yards, but looks like he's not going to break that record. And man,
I feel bad for him. Yeah, but that means that they got in Mbwegwo. Who's the other dude? The rookie? Emeka Ebagawo? Like, he nice. Yeah, fucks it up, man.
The Lions ended up beating the Bucks 24-9. Baker Mayfield went 28 of 50, throwing for 228 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jared Goff, 20-29, 241 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jahmyr Gibbs had the best game of his career so far because he had the most scrimmage yards in his career since he had 17 carries for 136 yards for 2 touchdowns on the ground, averaging 8 yards a carry. And he also had 3 receptions for 82 yards. So that is 218 scrimmage yards for the Lions running back. And also you had Amon-Ra St. Brown leading the both teams in yards with 6 receptions for 86 yards and 1 touchdown as well. Emeka Egbuka had 4 receptions for 58 yards, while Tez Johnson was the only scorer for the Bucks with his 4 receptions, 58 yards, and 1 touchdown as well.
Another sound too, Miles, we need to get is from the Boondocks when Gangstalicious and them was like, "Hey man, your brother told me you be reading. Congratulations." I be wanting to say that shit to Jaden sometimes. Man, Jaden be saying them names, dog. Like he say them so smooth. I be like, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce them, but shit, it sounded good to me. It's better than what I had going. So like Emeka Mbwako, yeah, there it is. Go and do your thing.
Now we have to discuss the other game in the doubleheader, and that was the Texans versus the Seahawks. With this loss of 19-27, the Texans fall to 2-4 and they have a 1-3 record away. So it's not looking too good for the third-year quarterback CJ Stroud as of late. And that defense is killer for the Texans. That's not an issue with them. It's just that offense. So the Texans went 23 of 49, or excuse me, CJ Stroud went 23 of 49. He had 229 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but got sacked 3 times, losing 31 yards on that as well. So Sam Darnold went 17 to 31, 213 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. He got sacked 2 times. And Cooper Kupp tried to do a trick pass play, and he ultimately ended up throwing an INT. So let's take a look at the scores for this game. It's no surprise that Jackson Smith and Jigba had another receiving touchdown. He had 8 receptions for 123 yards, averaging 15.4 yards per reception. Zach Charbonnet had 12 carries for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. Woody Marks scored for the Houston Texans as well. And we got some more news as well. With that, there's a lot of field goals courtesy of Houston in the second quarter. They scored 2 field goals in that mix. And Will Anderson Jr. had a fumble recovery in the end zone, which got the Texans that score as well. So, man, the Seahawks are rolling, and courtesy of Jackson Smith and Jigba, he's been on a tear as of late. And yeah, Gerard, it looks like the NFC West is one of the most competitive divisions in football right now. We'll actually come back to the standings and the records.
Did you see real quick? Did you see the referee protect Jackson Smith?
Yes, somebody on Twitter said he must have had him on a parlay because he was protecting him from that bench mob that was going
And he was
crazy.
a DB too. Like he played in the NFL. He was drafted in the 7th round. I saw somebody post that. It was really cool. But I just think we need a bold enough person to really say his name with the fire that's necessary. You gotta say, I'm Jackson Smith, Ninjigba. You know, like I need Skip Bayless to say that. It just for the shock value. Like, stop talking about guys don't need to get baptized during the football season and say that shit.
Jackson is that Njigba, James. He is that Njigba for sure. So shout out to Jackson Smith Njigba for being the best Njigba in that wide receiver core for the Seahawks. So shout out to him. But we got to shout out Elijah Arroyo as well, James, because he got some bump during this past game as well. We got a chance to interview him at the combine, I think that was. So he actually ended up with 4 catches for 42 yards as well, averaging 10.5 yards per completion. So shout out to him. Let's continue to move on in this NFL topic with some news regarding Sierra's husband, aka Russell Wilson. So Sean Payton, the head coach of the Denver Broncos, had some words to say about Jackson Dart and ultimately some words to say about Russell Wilson as well. So Sean Payton said, we were hoping that the QB change from Russ to Dart would have happened long after our game. Russell Wilson actually responded to this by posting a tweet saying, classless, but not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15 plus years later through the media. And this refers to the Bounty Gate situation between Peyton.
That was so fucking corny. First off, I hate that Bounty Gate even happened. That was a good defensive coordinator. There's some good people. And I'm going to tell you this as a guy who's played against Vilma and a guy who's played with him. That man don't need no. It was like, have you ever heard the whole story, Jaden, like about what the money was? Like for the bounties?
I just heard they were encouraging players to hurt other players, but not the details.
No, it's like if you've talked to any defensive player, you know what they want to do? They want to fuck people up. Like, I'm sorry, it just happens. Like, you don't need extra, but it was like $500 if you knock a guy out. Like $500? Nah. I don't think that was that big of a subliminal by Sean Payton. Like, how is that any different than what Mike Tomlin just said?
I'll play
Like
the video
trading
right
a
quick.
quarterback in the division. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was what he said, right?
Yeah, I'll play this video. I'll play it right quick, and then you can get back.
Let me hear it. Maybe I'm misinterpreting.
I have a ton of respect for that organization. I spent 4 of my early years there, close with the mayor, Tisch family. You know, they found a little spark with that quarterback. I was talking to John Mayer not too long ago, and I said we were hoping that change would have happened long after our game.
So, I mean, he was hoping the change would have happened after their game. Long after their game, right? So not immediately. Like, you draft a quarterback in the first round, you're drafting that quarterback to eventually become the starter, correct? So, but he also understands that playing a rookie right away would not be able to do that. So, like, he's saying it's more of a big ups to them drafting Jackson Dart than a shot at you. Russ, if you put more in, first off, I don't believe Russ sent that tweet out. Like, you can't get me to believe that. I'm going to tell you why you can't get me to believe that. It's because that's inconsistent to whatever Russ has consistently done. That was Sierra saying, I'm sick of this shit. Baby, I got you. 1-2 step. And the problem is, Russ, you ain't been playing well. Like, and I see, Chip Lady, Jaden, our home girl.
Yeah, I saw her too. I smelled the salt and vinegar through the screen, my boy.
Yeah, man. Like, I gotta talk to her about some of her tweets, her responses. Don't be talking to me like Mr. Wilson. Have you ever seen the Mr. Wilson thing? Like, hey, Mr. Wilson. Hey there, shorty. What you eat something? All right, now keep showing concern. But I gotta tell her, like, you gotta chill out on some of that. But I mean, she's good people though. I think, and she's just being playful, I think, but I don't know her like that. But have you ever realized that the only response to any critique of Russ is he's a good dad. He's a good man. He's a good person. It's never his play. Like, is he good or is he not good? Like, what does any of that shit have to do with football? You know who's a good person, a good, solid Christian and all that shit? Tim Tebow. He sucked in football in the NFL. He sucked in the NFL. And I think sometimes we have to separate. I think I was a good person, right? It didn't work. It happens all the fucking time. But, hey, I hope the best for Sierra's husband. But ever since he's been Sierra's husband, he's struggled. Like, that's all I got to say about that.
It's funny you mentioned struggle, James, because according to Front Office Sports, after falling to 1-5, the Ravens removed the players' ping pong table, video game consoles, basketball hoop, and cornhole boards from the locker room. And this is according to the Baltimore Sun, a pretty reputable news outlet in that Baltimore area. So, James, it looks like Lamar is not playing any ping pong with Mark Andrews anytime soon because, man, they have that detritus 1-5 record, man. Damn.
That's why we're losing. Yeah, you know what? It's that goddamn ping pong. That's the problem with this generation. You have too much activities. Take these goddamn video games out of here and get rid of the ping pong tables so we can focus on the important shit. Man, these motherfuckers got phones. Like, it's all kinds of other distractions that people get. I can promise you those aren't the things. Playing on that goddamn hippity hop music. Give me some. You know what to get those boys playing right? Some goddamn George Strait. Like, bro, like you're losing because you lost a top 5 quarterback. That's why you're losing. And your offense was tailored around Lamar Jackson. So it's very difficult to replace him. That's why he was an MVP. Like, to be honest with you, I think when people get hurt and the team tanks, they should give you the MVP for that. Because clearly you were the most valuable player. Real quick though on this, Anthony, nobody hate. I want to put this out here for all the players from the Himalayas. Nobody hates Russell Wilson. Nobody hates Russell Wilson for the person he is. We hate Russell Wilson for not handing the ball off to beast mode in that Super Bowl. That's why we hate Russell Wilson. We hate Russell Wilson because who Russell Wilson was when we first met him is not who he is now. And he didn't change. It's not necessarily a change for the better. It's not a bad change. Russell was Carlton Banks, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you go all the way back to the history of the sports den, this man was wearing Hawaiian shirts. He dressed like our former producer, Scott, and we used to pick fun of him well before any of this shit happened. He dressed like a 45-year-old white man on vacation. And now he went from being a 45-year-old white man on vacation that really legitimately did listen to It's Not Unusual to Be Loved by Anyone, because we got that from his teammates that loved his corniness. He went from that to becoming more of what his wife was used to dating. And we all change for the women in our life. Good pussy will make you do a lot of crazy things in life. But that's why we dislike him, is because he went from that to wearing jerseys, to wearing different things. And nobody hates him for loving his wife. He, like, to be honest with you, I don't think Sierra's a bad person, but it's every thought's dream, is to have your kids, go with all the bad boys, give your good years to the thugs, like the rappers, the other ball players, and then you find a good man to come in and support and love you. And I have nobody has any problems with that. We have problems when I saw somebody that tried to make this thing where they talked about Travis Kelce and how he's playing bad since he left a black woman. And I thought that was hilarious until I told somebody, I'm like, well, look at Russell when he left a white woman. And I love it. We love the love. I love the fact that he loves Future's son, but it doesn't make Future a bad dad. It just makes him a great stepfather. And I think that the way people paint the arguments, they put you in a situation where the only way you can say that you say something is in defense. And so when you put that, oh, y'all just hate Russell because of this, I'm like, no, it's a lot of good men that have done the exact same shit that Russell did. I hate him. I hate him because he didn't hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. Florida State fans might hate him because he made our life hell at NC State. Seahawks fans might hate him because they paid him instead of paying the Legion of Boom. It's a lot of reasons they hate Russell, but not because of Sierra. Like, if you do hate him indeed for that, you're a sucker. But I don't think it's anything wrong with being corny. My my daughter, they think I'm corny. And I'm 41 and they're young. So yeah, I am corny. I do corny shit to Kai every day just to get him to stop doing the shit that I think is corny. I say 6'7", because that motherfucker was saying 6'7" so much that it was getting on my nerves. So I said, I'm going to fight fire with fire. And he thinks daddy's corny. You know what that means? I've lived a great life. I went from being, I was like, it's like granddad Abe Simpson said, I was it once. And then one day I wasn't it. And then I found out what it was unfamiliar to me, and it started to scare me. That means you lived a long, good, prosperous life. Shout out to him continuing to be a great father, a great man. It's just not helping him be a great football player. And we cover him because he was a great football player. Just like we used to listen to Sierra when she made hits, but she ain't had a hit since Future. So My bad. Just wanted to address that.
Brandon Graham is coming back out of retirement for any of my Eagles fans out there. So the Eagles said we've agreed to terms with defensive end Brandon Graham. Bring on season 16. So, man, he's back in the trenches. Still have been working, still have been training, and it looks like he is going to be on that defensive front for the Eagles once again, coming out of retirement for any of my Dirty Bird fans out there. But James is looking like he's had enough of home, man. Eagles offered him that paper, nothing to do but to sign that dotted line. And BG is back, according to the Philadelphia Eagles. For all of my Eagles fans out there. So share that with you. And we also have some news from the Jets. Still have not won a game this season, the only winless team in the NFL. And so the Jets are expected to move towards naming Tyrod Taylor as the starting quarterback for the franchise. So, man, it looks like Justin Fields has had a rough break in the NFL. And it even looks like the owner of the Jets had some words to say about Justin Fields. He actually said this quote right here. He said, quote, if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results, hinting at Justin Fields and how his lack of progression has really caused this team to not even get a win this far into the season. So, it's looking like Justin has had a rough time in his career so far, and especially in New York with.
I mean, he was with the Bears, the Steelers. This is team 3? Yes, team 3. I just don't think listen, he got a bag. He may end up being a perennial backup after this, so he'll continue to make some bread. But yeah, man. Tough, man. I hate it for him.
All right, moving along. Let's look at the division standings after week 7, and then we'll take a look at the stat leaders after week 7 as well. So the Colts have the best record in the NFL. Yes, you heard me. The Colts have the best record in the NFL with their 6-1 record. So let's take a look at these divisions. The New England Patriots are leading the AFC East right now with their 5-2 record. The Jets are still the only winless team in the NFL. Colts are leading the AFC South and the league with their 6-1 record. Jags are 4-3. The Tennessee Titans have only won one game. The AFC North, a division that was flipped on its head, if you will. So Pittsburgh is leading this pack with their 4-2 record. Baltimore only 1-5, and the AFC West has the Broncos leading the pack with their 5-2 record. Both the Chiefs and the Chargers have a tied record as well. So the NFC East is being led by the Philadelphia Eagles, the reigning Super Bowl champion, with their 5-2 record. NFC South, the Bucs still on top with their 5-2 record. Green Bay still at the top of the NFC North with their 4-1 record. Detroit is shortly behind them with that 5-2 record. And the Niners are leading, the Niners are tied with the Seahawks and with the Rams in the NFC West with their 5-2 record. And it looks like the NFC North is the most well-rounded division, if you will. I would say it would be the NFC West, but man, the Arizona Cardinals do not have a record over 500. So I'm going to give the crown to the Kings of the North, the NFC North. That being said, so let's take a look at the stat leaders for this season as of right now. Justin Herbert's leading the pack with passing yards with 1,913. Dak Prescott is not too far behind that as well. And then you have Jordan Brooks with 75 total tackles. Bobby Wagner just 2 tackles behind him. Rushing yards, Jonathan Taylor is still leading the pack. He is 105 yards from second place, and that is Javonte Williams as well. Brian Burns FSU or NIL known the league, is actually leading the league in sacks right now with 9. He is tied with Byron Young on the Rams as well. Receiving, Jackson Smith-Njigba is almost 200 yards above second place, above Jamar Chase. Jackson Smith-Njigba, JSN, has 819 yards. And Devin Lloyd is still first place, even though now he is tied in interceptions with Kevin Bauer, the third from Chicago. So just going to give you guys an update on that as well. And coming up on time here. So we are at our Big Games BS section for today. We're bringing the scope of the conversation outside of the typical football world. We don't have a video for you guys, but I thought this discussion would be interesting for everybody in the chat, for any of my dessert lovers, and specifically for any of my ice cream lovers, James, because I want you to describe this ice cream flavor in one word: mint chocolate chip. I know this is a very, very heated topic for all my ice cream fans out there, but what are your thoughts on mint chocolate chip ice cream in your rankings of the ice cream flavors?
Trash. But I don't know how people like. I don't like thin mints either. So like that's kind of what a lot of people like. I just don't. But I'm not I don't like. I like chocolate. I don't want mint ice cream. So like that's my issue with it. But yeah, it's never something that I'm going to. If you bring me some mint chocolate chip ice cream, like if you wanted to do something special or nice for me, and you brought me mint chocolate chip ice cream, I'm going to pass. I'm going to be like, no, I'm not going to eat that. Not ingesting that. I'm not wasting my lactose retardedness for that.
Let's see, we got some people in the chat. Man, a lot of people are not liking the mint chocolate chip wave. We see some people in the chat expressing their discomfort with the ice cream flavor. But just wanted to post this for our BS or Bussin' Food segment for today, because I know it's a very controversial topic and flavor for all of my dessert lovers out there. You got Londa saying not my first choice, but I'll eat it. Definitely agree with her. Don't think it's trash, but I can eat it once in a while, but it's not a go-to for sure. But that is all of the information we have today for our show. James, any last words as we finish up this quick show for the viewers?
There. Shout out to for everybody checking it out. We have exponentially less people watching because I guess everybody was expecting about the firing and hear my take. But Friday show will have that. Next week we'll be giving away tickets and different things of that nature. Make sure you stay tuned in it, become a subscriber, become a member, get involved into the community as we continue to grow this and continue to promote positivity. A share, a like, any of those things definitely help. If you continue to like the messaging that is being brought here and the takes. Also check out our shorts. A lot of the different things that we post on the YouTube. Outside of that, did you know Dr. Umar was in Tallahassee last week? He was talking at FAMU homecoming. Man, such the grift has gone dead. But like, but outside of that, man, again, if you got, I want to stress this toward the end. Regardless, even if you're a Miami fan or if you're a fan of another team and you have tickets and you can't go to it, I do enjoy giving people opportunities to get to games. So like, let me know that. I would love to be able to share those and share joy with other people. So just because it might be trash to you, but it might be treasure to somebody else. So treat it like a consignment shop. Like, don't just throw your clothes away because you're mad at it. Give it to somebody. But your absence, and the other part of it too is I try to tell my friends, your absence is not as important as what you think it is. Like, there are only about 20 people whose opinions matter at every university. And even some of those are varied. But it's still a great opportunity to be able to get away and get your kids into an environment where they get to learn to see the game, even if you're watching the other team for good football. But I will support the logo until the logo is no more. So I can also, I want to clear something up too. Miles, you did a great job on that short, but it made me seem like I wanted to fire D. Ray, the GM for Florida State.
I can see.
Like, I don't want to fire. Like, he didn't say anything to me, but I want to put this out there. I like every one of our coaches at Florida State. Odell's an OG. Mike has been nothing but good to me and giving me opportunities, as well as Freddie Stevenson. I hate this for them. I also just understand the business. And so when I said you have to fire the GM or you have to keep the GM in place and then move respectively, I just wanted to make sure we got clarity for that. Like, I will not use my platform to call for anybody's job. I don't think that's the best use of it. And I also know my voice doesn't really matter that much and all of that. But what I will always try to do is explain why things move or why things happen in the manner in which they happen, so that we can all be smarter and better about that when it comes to the NFL, when it comes to college, when it comes to any of these different things. Because while they are high-paid humans, they are humans as well. And that shit has to be stressful, even though they know they're going to get a check. But they didn't get into it just for it to be lottery. They got into it because they want to win. So outside of that, man, I really appreciate everybody chopping it up with me. Hope to see you all on Friday on Friday's edition of the show. Hope to have this streaming stuff set up so that you guys can watch Mandarin versus Oakleaf. Should be a really, really good game. Playoff implications on it. If Mandarin wins that, we will be one of the top seeds in 6A Region 1. If we lose it, we'll still probably go to the playoffs. But it should be a good game. Oakleaf, regardless of what other people say about Mandarin, I've never been a hater. One of the things that the only prayer I say at night, every night, is if I go to bed hating on another man, don't let me wake up. And I mean that shit. And I woke up. So, like, even if I don't like somebody, I can recognize when they've done something that's really, really good. So even if they don't like, so I don't understand why people can't do that. But what Foy has done at Oakleaf is commendable. Good, strong black male coach that's doing this thing. So outside of that, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.